hi.
Hello. Was that chocolate? I thought you were opening a car part or something important. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are back with the compact. As you can see, it broke again at Driftland. No fault of my own. So yeah, we're gonna fix it. It had a coolant leak, which I thought I'd fixed the previous night, but it didn't, and then decided to try and fix it at the track, and it went wrong. A lot worse. And I'm also going to start fitting the fuel system, which we've got the uprated system, so it's the Bosch 044 system. So I've got the pump, filter, and a fuel cell, so which is over there on top of the Mark II, which is handy being over there, you know. But yeah, so let's fix it because we've got a private day coming up in February. Need to wire all this in as well. Right. Right, just need to unsnee that. Yeah. So the reason why we're changing the fuel system, because it's really cool. But two, my BM's done the usual BM thing, and they like to rot the tank straps off. As you can see, I've got a very good drifter mod cable ties. This side's still pretty good. It's still hanging in nicely, but yeah, I just want rid of it. It's also more practical and safer having fuel cells, and I can also go for bigger power, which is the plan. So yeah, we're gonna do that, but first things first, coolant. So what happened is the O-ring in this bottom pipe here disappeared, so I have a bunch of new O-rings to try. So hopefully we don't get this issue again. Once that's in, that's the coolant problem fixed. Easy fix, nice and easy job. We love easy jobs. Oh, is this gonna work? I've just been, oh, look at that. First time. And it fits. That's what I hope. Let's see. Probably gonna leak. Not got very much hope in this working, so I think I'm gonna put the bigger one in. Oh, well, that was not meant to come out. That's worked. There we go. Oh. Right, we can remove ourselves from under here. So we've got the fuel cell. I need to get all the AN lines, which we will have for the video. So fuel cell, for those who don't know, it's just a fuel tank. It says kind of in the name fuel cell. This goes inside the cab, so it's actually right at the back. So at the boot, it's a much safer design than having the fuel tank external for drifting, because if you take a bump outside or if you go off, you could split your tank. Fuel everywhere, hot exhaust, because it sits on top of the exhaust in these cars. So it's, you know, safety wise, an external tank isn't great. So a fuel cell, yes, they're smaller, you don't have as much fuel, but if you take a bump, they're not going to crack being metal. And then, oh, you always know it's something good when they've got foam on top, like fancy foam. So, oh, there's some nice bits in there for me. So this is my Bosch fuel pump. So it's the 044, which is rated to about 650 horse. So future-proofing the build. And it came with a nice mount and a filter. So that connects to there. As you can see, we can actually run 2 fuel pumps if need be. So I could run 2 of these and go, 1300 horse if I wanted to, which I might do in the long run. Never know, see what happens. So that runs into the pump, which then goes up into your filter, which then runs to the fuel rail on the engine, so just pushes more fuel through. So that is nice and compact, really. It's not hanging about. Bolt it to the car somewhere safe. We'll figure that out. So yeah, let's get to the back of the car and dig it done. So the plan is the fuel cell will sit around here. It'll sit on mounts, make a mount so it's not obviously going to be like that. And then the fuel pump is located just in front here. So we'll put that in there, so we'll have run an AN line in. And then that one will come out and go down and under and then into the fuel system onto the engine. So that's where we're planning on doing it. And I'm going to do a battery relocate as well. I'm going to put that over there somewhere and get that all clamped in nice and tight so it pretty much will never ever move. So that's the plan anyway. Whether that happens or not, we don't know, but yeah, that's where we're locating it. So yeah, just operating and safeguarding, best way to be. So let's get on with it. So for the BM, obviously, as I was showing, we are doing a battery relocate. This is a completely different way. In fact, it's a completely different week from when I started this video. I'm just trying to do like videos as we go. So battery out the BM, and I have made a plate which I welded 2 bits together for the battery. So we're gonna put the battery on and then kind of devise where we're going to put some holes, because my plan is to get this flat bar put on top of the battery, and then the plan is to have these M10 rods going through the plate, welded, bolted, welded, and then obviously this will slide onto the bolts like this, like that sort of thing, You kind of get the gist of it. So 2 for each side, 1 for each side, and then what my plan is, where I'm mounting the battery, so obviously it'll sit somewhere like here, it'll bolt through there, and then I'm going to weld some kind of something on the plate there just to sit on the side of the battery so it doesn't move, because obviously it's not going to go that way. It was just to stop it floating backwards and forwards for the safety factor. And again, as I explained, you don't want to have the battery next to a fuel cell. Petrol and electrical stuff don't mix that well, especially if there's some sparks. So let's say I'm going to put this in the, I'm not going to put this in the vise, I'm going to put the battery on it, put it where I want it. I'm going to score on the metal where it's going to go, so then I can figure out where I'm going to drill some holes. I do apologise, I got a wee phone call there. So anyway, what I'm thinking of is actually, because obviously I've made it way too big, all we need is a good enough amount there. Just weld up tabs so like I could put like a bit of bar in there, so it's going to sit on it. Like even if we cut, obviously if I cut this, I can cut segments out of this, so wee squares or wee strips, and we can, so it'll sit in. Same with the other side, again we'll put in, weld that in, so that will be quite a safe style, and obviously that'll sit on the battery like that, so this way, as I say, it's not going to move that way it was just the moving this way was going to be the issue. So we have an issue, we have obviously a fix for that. So let's get some scoring done. I don't actually have a real proper scoring device, so what I'm going to use is, oh actually no, I do, kind of. Probably not going to work. Let's go with my original plan. So, as we're not really a proper fabricator here, I'm just kind of making this myself. I'm going to use a screwdriver just to, you know, score around the battery, just to show where it is, if this leaves a good enough mark. There we go. So we have scored into here. You'll probably not see them, the scores as such, but I've scored the battery shape, where I'm going to bolt it, and then what I'll do is I can. So another day, we tried to work on the BM the other day, but it failed. So we've now got it. Well, sort of. Need to get it on the two poster properly, but I'm going to get the two poster because I'm taking the rear calipers off, swapping them. I've got them with new flexes to put on. Bolt down the fuel cell, which you would have seen me down at Stewart's. We're doing that, so we'll get a wee quick look in and show you. So you can see everything's ready. I just need to put the bolts that I've retrieved today into the holes, and then I've got all the lines I need to run down and under into the fuel system. Hopefully that'll be it. I've got returns. I've got a return piece to put on and a breather as well, and something else. So there we go. There's the bits we're fitting just now. So as I say, the calipers are fecked on this. They've seen better days. So I'm going to change them. I might change the discs and pads because I've got discs and pads somewhere for this over there. You can see. No, it's not zooming in. It's not focusing. But I've got some EBCs to put on this. So yeah, that is the plan of action for just now. Ooh, I'm there. So as a plan of action, I'm just waiting for the camera person to arrive, the nice assistant, so I can then crack on and get this done. Shouldn't take me too long. Brakes aren't that difficult. So just see, we've got flexes and calipers. So yeah, see you underneath the car. Well, not underneath the car, but next to it. So what I'm fitting here is a breather. So you got a ball bearing that just sits. I might need the two, but you know what, I'll give the two just to be safe. And that just screws on. And then oh, pierced you. And this one as well, we've got a return valve, so that's what that is. Down. That should be okay. And then this one. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. So you see the wee ball bearing in there, and then we've got an AN10 to an AN6 line, so I can put the fuel return in, and then obviously we've bolted, or I've bolted down there and there, and then we've got that set up there, which goes to the pump. The battery is going to be moved. There's the pump, and then that runs down, or it'll go down and around, but I think we're going to put it down there and that way. Yeah, so let's get it running. So right now I'm just undoing the strut, the rear shock, because it's in the way of one of the caliper bolts that hold it in. So fortunately we have to undo this, which is a bit boring, but it needs to be done. Just undoing the flex at the back just now, which is a bit rotten. Everything in this car is a bit rusty.
Well, I was recording.
You were, but...
I'm recording the good bits.
Oh, the good bits?
Yeah. Oh. So what are we doing? So
I'm undoing the caliper just now, so we can get that off and changed out, and then swap that over and get the new caliper on that flexi. And then the other side, I'm actually not sure how I'm going to change the flexi over because it is so fucking rotten, it's unreal.
lovely. The concentration face. And she's off.
And it's off.
Just hanging around, eh?
Hey, we are indeed.
So what you doing with that? Just taking it off?
Taking it off so I can get this lovely brand new caliper on.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Is it supposed to be dripping?
Yes.
Is that your brake fluid?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Cool. Now we just need to bleed this
Okay.
caliper up. Wrong with it?
10 out of 10.
Ah, fucking thanks. It's not mine though.
Say hi.
Hello.
That was something.
What, do you not like my moves? What's wrong with my moves? You're going in. Lovely assistant getting in to the race car.
Right, I'm in.
Right, give the foot brake a couple pumps. Is it solid or?
Quite, yeah.
How about the hydro?
It is now.
Is the hydro solid?
Yeah, I can't move it back more than like 2%.
That's fine. Right, so hands off everything. Right, foot brake. Hydro. Cool, let go of everything. One more, foot brake. Hydro. Cool, nice, thanks.
Let go.
Yep,
Got it.
got it.
The wheel's going back on.
Wheel is going back on.
Make sure you kiss twist them.
Now, remember everybody, I am a professional, so if you're not confident at all putting bolts back into wheels, don't just straight away with a gun. Because you can break bolts quite easily, thread it and stuff, cross thread quite easily, which you don't want to do. I'm gonna have to sort the camber out on these I think a little bit because it's a bit fuckled. Now this side, this caliper was actually okay. It's that it was the brake flexi on this side, but I'm going to do it up at my work where I work because I don't have a brake flaring tool here and stuff like that, so I'm just going to cut it and then break it off that way. So do that on Thursday. So again, as you can see, I'm doing cross pattern so I can at least walk the wheel on. I'm going to end this episode right here because I've got so much footage from working on the BM, all the stuff we've done. It was quite a lot, so I hope you did enjoy this episode. It was just a wee one working on the car, but thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. There we go, wheel on.